Oh my gosh, you guys, you'll have no idea the stress that was. The stress. Hi, friends. I don't know how many of you can actually hear me with ads going, but I see a hi, Maddie. We'll see if that works. Hi, Maddie. Does it work? See if the bot picks it up. Who else do I see? Oh, there's a thing in my way. You're gonna have to tell me, is it Alani? Hi, welcome in. I see you. Thank you for helping in the Discord, Serena. Heckin' love you. Amethysta, hi. It didn't work. What is the point in setting up these things if they don't work? 20 seconds on that ad. You're still in ads for another 30 seconds. Thank you for the follow. Holy shit, y'all. Okay, ad break is ending. I'm gonna go ahead and pop us on over here. Good morning. I'm like shaky. That was a freaking mess. So, what is the command? Raid ready, I think. I saw it. Where was it? Yeah, raid ready. Raid ready. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the follows. I promise. I would like to say it's not always a mess over here, but sometimes, I mean, it's kind of a mess over here. There we go. Hello, welcome in. How's everybody doing? How's your day going? How's the raid to rain? Goodness. I just got my internet fixed on Monday, and they gave me a whole new modem and new extenders and everything. And then the extender in my office went down, and I have to hardwire in. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a quick reset. And then everything went down. And then it said the upstairs extender was working, so I like booked it up the stairs and snagged it and brought it downstairs and had to wait for it to like connect. Like, what the heck, man? Why now? Oh man, that's like worst nightmares. And what's like, lady had a similar issue. Lady had to restart her modem too. It's all like, oh my goodness, what is happening? Yeah, still the working router for this. Yeah, I know, right? I am hearing an echo. Why am I hearing an echo? Where am I hearing an echo? I don't see anything. Weird. Just my ears are broken. Okay. I mean, that is what it is. Why is it like this? I know! Especially when I just had somebody out here and I got all upgraded new equipment on Monday. Oh, okay, we can't have this music. No. That sounds scary. That sounds like somebody is chasing me music. No. We need happy vibes. Happy. That's what we need. Give me something else to listen to, please. Sure? Okay. Oh, look, moods, happy. We're just gonna play this one because it said it's a happy mood. Think you're finishing up the last song, getting ready to come over? Sweet. Thank you for the heads up, Mad. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a really good day. I apologize that we're running about 10 minutes behind. It is what it is. I got my tears out for the day. So the rest should be good, right? The rest should be good. Oh, is it my headphones? Is that why? Where's the button? Is that? Oh, that's why it sounded echoey. It was my headphones. Okay, fixed it. Used to scream when it started. Wait, what? Oh, it did. It did used to scream, right? That was a horrible sound. It is like trauma-inducing to hear the old dial-up sounds. Like, no, we ain't doing that. We're not doing that. We are here. We are here. We are here. Are you here? Soon. Soon. Hi, Chef. Also, thank you for being a temporary mod. I appreciate you. I appreciate you a heckin' ton. Chef is also on the raid train. Who is it? We are here for sure, for sure. Now, look at you. Look at all the cuties. We're here. I had to cough. Okay, can I even attempt this? Let's say, hi, Chef. Hi, lady. Hi, Ken. I think that's a Ken. Hi, Serena. Hi, Hannah. Hi, Aylin. Strat. Hi, Amanda, Kelsey, Warlock, Randy, Glenn. Oh my gosh. Is it Ika? Ikagawa? I know that one. Okay, I got it. Okay, Hambalam. I freaking love the name. Hambalam. Go back, Betty. Hambalam. Hi, welcome in. Fierce Mama, hello. Myth. Oh, I lost my spot. Whoa, my chat just jumped. Well, I don't know where I was. Hi, welcome in. Hope I said hi to you. If I didn't mean to skip you, I promise. I appreciate you guys. I hope you're so excited. Can I get, I don't know if I saw one. Can I get a shout out for Lady Amalthea? And Lady is our, like, one of our hosts for this event. And then our other host is Serena, also in chat. Thank you for all of the follows. And then, yeah, I think because I'm running a little bit behind, we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go for it. And I'm gonna play a little bit of an intro video. We're talking about niches, a creator's 5-letter word, because I think a lot of the times when we hear the word niche, we kind of cringe, like, ooh, I don't want a niche. I don't know. We don't niche here, right? Like, there's some like negative feelings around niches, but today we're going to alleviate your negative feelings. We're going to talk about niches and just have a little friendly chit chat. Thanks for being part of the, yeah. Oh, you have to wait to shout out again, 30 seconds. Which shout out are you using? I think, oh, if you do !SO, it'll work also. I forgot about the Twitch built-in one. What's wrong with niching? Nothing. I do feel like there are some people who are like anti-niche though, like they hate the word, and I think there's misconceptions about what the word means, right? So we're gonna talk about it. That's what we're gonna do. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little intro video of all of our panelists, and we're gonna bring all the panelists in and get to chatting. Okay, please work. IndieBird is a cosplaying variety streamer who shares fashion, games, food, and so much more. She's part of several online communities like Twitch guilds and creator clubs, and what I love most is how her content feels personal, like she is the niche.
Oh, hello. Oh, you looking so pretty today. How can I help you? Double boba matcha milk tea. Hurry, or else. Oh, no. Matcha milk tea. Okay. Guys, I can't really see. This is so hard. Ah! Matcha milk tea. Double boba. Wait, double mocha? Was that double mocha matcha milk tea? Have room for a oh my god, more pigeons! Ah! It's okay. I already have fancy pigeon, but we'll just put this one on my head for now.
Sincerely Aurora is the cutest, sweetest little garden fairy and a variety horror streamer. Her mix of pretty and sweet vibes with creepy and frightful games gives her content such a fun and balanced feel. She's also super active in different creator communities and was part of the Team Water fundraiser with me.
Thank you. I feel like every stream now something breaks and I have to fix it at the very beginning. Wait, where are the kisses for Naru? All the kisses for Naru. National Roar Day. No problem. This is a lot of touching. This is a lot of touching. There's a lot of touching happening right now. There's a lot of touching happening, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Stop! 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 Uh... I swear to God, I swear to God, I swear to God.
Amethysta Herrick has a PhD in science, is a storyteller, and a self-proclaimed professional overthinker. She's a fellow purple-haired gem of a human being who often explores identity on her YouTube channel. You'll find all kinds of thoughtful conversations there, and even a few gaming streams mixed in.
The first lesson that I learned is that you can connect with somebody over social media, and it can still be a real connection. You know, I think you hear psychologists, you hear a lot of people say all kinds of things where they say, with social media and everything, we just have no real connection, and it's not necessarily true. When we met, you said, I work with misfits. Will you tell us at least a little bit? Because then you said you're a misfit, and I went, no, I'm not. And then you were like, oh, sure, you look like you fit in pretty well. And I'm like, I mean, I guess you sussed me. Like that. Can you tell us a little bit, like, what's going on with that?
And I'm your host, Ame. I'm a cozy content creator and VTuber and storyteller who loves gaming, crafting, and creating calm, creative spaces. My content blends everyday comfort with a little bit of adventure, from building worlds in games to tackling creative projects at home. I try to make spaces that feel warm, inviting, and real, where people can slow down, connect, and enjoy the cozy side of life. Welcome to the Spirit Scouts! Before you head out on your first solo camping trip, fix yourself up! Am I ugly? Fix yourself up. Best of luck, Angelfish. I hope it's not too much for you. Girl, let me tell you. I can do everything better than you. I can do anything better than you can. I don't know what I need to do. Okay. Because they're not... Oop, sweet, I got a seed. Because they're not like the full grown... Did you die? Now? That was a very loud noise in the hallway. Indie Bird is a cosplaying variety stream. And here are our panelists. Oh, sorry. It's talking over you guys. Hi.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay, if you guys want to give like a quick introduction, who you are, what you create, and anything you feel like I missed in your intro, that would be great. And I'm going to start with Indy.
Hi. I think you did really great with the intros. We were watching you while we were waiting. But hi, my name's Indie Bird. My pronouns are she and her. We do a lot of writing streaming on my channel. We do lots of indies and horrors because I feel like it's very important to amplify the stories of indie games because a lot of them deal with diverse and inclusive communities. And obviously, in the gaming world, there are so many different genres, but I feel like these have the most heart. And obviously, I'm a horror junkie, so I love all the spooky games, of course. We do a lot of charity work. I specifically work with Stream for a Cause and Dames for Games a lot, so you will see me talk about them the most. And we basically just try to make everybody feel welcome, have a safe space, and just remind everybody that you are loved and you're welcomed. So
It's
Perfect.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we'll go on to
Hey.
Amethysta.
Oh, okay. So let's see. So I'm, I guess, technically Dr. Amethysta Herrick. I do talk about identity and gender from a scientific standpoint because my background's biology, specifically genetics, and chemistry. So that's the kind of thing I do. I do like to talk to people just about identity. So that one clip with the "you called me a misfit" thing. I think we're all sort of misfits, and to a certain extent, and that's what makes us all, as Indie Bird said, absolutely beautiful. I tagged on to you. Sorry, I should have
Oh
been
no, no,
That's
no.
should have been
okay.
original.
We're all here for the like a common cause, so we're good.
And then Aurora.
Hi. Well, my name is Aurora. I go by Sincerely Aurora here on Twitch. I am a lover of cottagecore aesthetics, and I put a lot of seagull noises and coziness into horror, so I can show people that horror doesn't always have to be scary. It can be pretty cozy too. Um, I am a lifelong voice actor, musician, and actress, and I like to put a lot of emphasis on cozy and horror. But I also like to do a lot of charity work and uplifting marginalized communities in the films and the entertainment industry.
Yay. Okay, thank you guys so much for being
Yay.
part of my panel. I hope you guys are really excited about the spread of creators that we have here today. And I
Very.
appreciate you for giving me your time. Okay, first question. Is it niche or is it niche?
The
Oh my
silence.
gosh. I feel like it's potato potato. Like I think like I was always taught the word to say it as niche because I've had so many people like come up to me like early TikTok, like back in 21, 22, like, what's your niche? I'm like, what's a niche? Like I didn't know like okay, what are you trying to tell me, you know? But I say niche. That's how I was taught.
I'm
So,
I'm a
man, oh, go
rebel.
ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Nope, you're up. You're up.
I've always said niche. When I was growing up, it was like I used to read words and just try and say it. And then one day someone was like, "Do you mean niche?" I was like, pass.
Hey, with this stuff.
I'm gonna say the same. I got so I'm older. Presumably, you can see. Not this old. I was gonna say that when I was growing up, I heard some Abbott and Costello stuff. So this goes way back, but way before I was born. But there was one joke in the "Who's on First," that whole program where it ends in "Who's on First," and one of them says, "Maybe you'll find your niche in life." And the other one goes, "My niche," and he goes, "But when I find a niche, I scratch it." So I assumed that's the. I thought that was right. I'm like, okay, must be niche. But I got the same thing as Indie Bird. Somebody said, or Aurora, somebody goes, "No, that's niche. I think you mean niche." And I went, "Oh, crap." So
Oh,
there you
Yeah.
go.
That's
So now
funny.
I say niche.
I
Yeah.
say niche, but only because it sounds bougie.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds fancier that way.
Right,
Niche like
right.
quiche. Yeah. Yeah.
Like quiche.
yeah.
I love it.
Okay. If somebody was to describe your content niche in the weirdest possible way, what would they say?
Oh.
Oh, this is a big question.
And I'm just
Especially
gonna
because
let
like
go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
I
Sorry.
was just gonna say I'm gonna let you guys kind of just chime in as you want instead of being like it's you, it's you, it's you.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no, definitely. I think it depends on the evolution of your content. I feel
Hmm.
like, because I feel like in the beginning I was cookie cutter, like, okay, this is the thing I'm
Yeah.
gonna do. And then as I started not care and do what I want, it's like chaos gremlin, chaos, cozy, unpredictable. And that's probably what I'm considered the most for now.
Mm. I actually think I came up the same way, to be honest. Because
Well,
I started as a face cammer who played a lot of games, and that was kind of like what I stuck to. And then when I made the switch to VTubing, I like took a really long look at like my career and how I wanted to like enhance it and do better and get and just be better, be a better creator. And I started doing things that were more relatable and showing off my personality instead of like just game. You know what I mean?
mhm.
And so I actually started doing a yandere trope, just kind of playing off of some of the stuff I've gone through in relationships. And if I had to say what's the weirdest way that people would describe my content is scary basement lady who screams a lot.
So
I
you're
wish
so
I had that. Yeah, I
so
mean,
you're the local lore, the local cryptid in the basement. Gotcha. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, I'd run with that. Because I mean, if you were going to describe mine, I think in the weirdest way, I generally have people come into my live streams and they go, "Look at this person with the purple hair." So how do you know anything about what you're talking about? And I go, okay, I mean, that's cool. So I would describe mine as that person who looks the least scientific talking about science.
That's good.
You should mess with them next time and be like, "What do you mean my hair is purple? My hair's not
What?
purple." And see what they do.
That's
love
right.
telling-
Gatekeep girl boss.
I love saying that, pretending that it's natural, right? So somebody
Right.
goes, "Oh my gosh, nice hair dye," and I'm like, "What do you mean? No, no, that was natural. It's been you haven't. Wow, apparently you haven't watched a lot of anime."
That's great. Okay. I'm looking at my time and my time sheet. My time is blown out. Okay, let's do we'll just keep going down the list and then I'll cut things out at the end. How would you personally that's okay. I'm like, it is what it is. How would you personally define a niche?
That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Mm.
So when you say define, do you mean like the literal meaning of the word niche, or like what niche means to us?
I would say what does it mean to you? So like for
Okay.
me, I know a lot of people think a niche means like I play cozy games. I play horror games. But for me, I feel like that's too cut and dry. Like I feel like there's more of an expanse to it, and just because you play cozy games doesn't mean you can't do other things too. It's like the vibe you put out there, right? So, what does it mean to you?
I like that. Yeah. No, I like that. That it's more of a vibe than anything. I mean, I think you have to distinguish that from like the marketing aspect of streaming, right? Because you want your videos to get to the right people, so you've got to define a niche of sorts. But I like how you've expanded that to make it's more about who I am and how I act and how I react and just the person I am. I like that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think it makes sense. Oh, I didn't know you're expanding. No, I want to hear what you have to say first.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think that I agree. I think we all agree that niche should be definitely more like about you versus what you're doing, if that makes sense. I think it's something I feel like I could talk about for a while because I spent so much of this year like trying to reevaluate how I wanted to be as a creator, and what my success formula for myself ended up being was me. You know what I mean? And when I started really like being vulnerable and leaning into me and what I thought was funny and what I wanted to do, I started having more fun. And
Yeah.
people love that, you know?
Yes. Yes.
You
I
literally
agree.
hit the hit like hit the nail on the head with that one.
Yeah.
Because like piggybacking on what you said, when I first started doing content before I made the switch to also doing Twitch, I did mostly cosplay stuff, and that was back in the glory days of TikTok. That was back where we can have a random sound and it would do well. You'd have fun, et cetera, et cetera. It's before like the trendy cosplay or whatever. So, but like I fell into this thing where I became an ooh girl, and I got attention just for how I looked. And it wasn't until about maybe almost 3 years ago now, because I started Twitch and I was still kind of carrying that over, that I didn't want to be perceived as that. I didn't want to be known as my niche, like, oh my gosh, you're the pretty girl who cosplays, or you say ooh woo. And like no hate to anyone who ever does that, because get that money, get that whatever vibe you're doing. But for me, I got really exhausted, and then people didn't see that I'm smart and I have other hobbies, and that's the thing I didn't want to fall into. So having like going back to what Amethyst said with like finding who you are, I had to take a hard look, and I definitely rebranded my channel. And now like I'm not saying I don't like attention, but like if someone's going to perceive me as only for a sexual reason, I'm like, that's not the point of this channel. Like, we're here to have a community, and I'm not here to be your plaything. So it was very hard because, like, that's scary because sex sells.
Yeah.
and you want to be a good streamer, you want to be a good content creator, so you're going to sell yourself,
Mm.
but like you don't want to attract that community. If you do, that's fine. Again, I'm not going to stomp on anybody who that is their niche, but like for me personally, I got exhausted and I was tired of being seen as like this dumb girl. But I'm like, nah, I'm weird and I will talk to you about Remedy games for 5 hours, but I will also need to recharge and just play a cozy game for like an hour and talk about your day. So it's definitely scary going into that, but once you find it, as you said, Aurora, like happy person makes happy content, so that's what you have to
Mhm.
focus on the most. And um yeah.
Anybody else? Anything else you want to add? Okay. Do you think every creator needs a niche?
You're starting hot and heavy with this panel.
Yeah,
I am.
I think going back to what we were saying, like marketing, it's scary because the
Yeah.
algorithm wants you to be bunched into something. But for
Mhm.
what I've noticed from talking to you three very shortly before this event, um, you guys can't be in one box. Like you guys check off so many boxes. So I don't think that it's possible like to be in one. Even people who are in one, they still branch out, you know?
Mhm.
Mhm. Um.
And to add on that, I think, I mean, when it, obviously an algorithm wants you to describe your content in a way that's going to get it to the people who want to watch it, right? That's how you become successful at all.
Mhm.
But as Indie Bird's saying, you do have to be more of a person, and as Aurora said, you also have to be happy. So you have
Right.
to distinguish between those two. Is it a marketing thing you're trying to go for, or is it authenticity? Personally, I've leaned toward authenticity, and as a result, I would say I've probably been less successful than I could have been. But I think I would. There's another actual question coming up that I'll reserve the rest of what I was about to say there for it. So, Aurora, I think I cut you off. Sorry.
No, you didn't at all. I so I have a mixed answer about this question. It's kind of like a loaded answer, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
when I started seeing success, so just to use an example, when I shifted my content in the summer, I started at I think it was like 7.5K on YouTube, right? And that was just from my face camming and my shenanigans over the last year before that. And so I went from 7.5 to now 20, almost 26,000 on YouTube. And I feel like that, and this is just my own personal speculation on like watching my own analytics and stuff. I personally feel like that came from a mixture of authenticity and marketing. And when I say that, it's not
Yeah.
like any one of my videos aren't like me. It's, a lot of them are a bit, especially my shorts, but but it comes from my experience. It's kind of like a comic writing about their life,
Mhm.
right? So
Mhm.
it's like an exaggerated version of my experience. So it's authentically me and what I've experienced as a person, exaggerating it to a certain degree that make people laugh, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, it definitely does. And I personally, I am the worst streamer. I don't look at my analytics as much. I only look at it whenever like Twitch, Twitter gets upset about something. I'm like, wait, why are we yelling? What? Like the whole current view thing. So I
Yeah.
didn't, because like I feel like when you look at the numbers, you stress out. You're like, oh my
Mhm.
God, there's only like 5 people max counted, but like you look at your actual live and there's people there, and just because
Yeah.
Twitch doesn't count it, you know what I mean? Like it's okay. Like you're still doing great. You still have
Mhm.
the people that want to be there. So it's scary. It's like the fact that you were able to find the balance between pinpointing what you need to do for your own happiness and incorporating analytics. That is witchcraft right there. I love that for you. Because for me, I don't care. I thought that I don't care. It's just my head hurts. I'm just like, you know what? If it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
But like I love that you found success through that.
And I do say that I encourage people, if you're when you're live streaming, to turn everything off.
Oh
Don't
yes,
have anything turned on.
agreed. I will die on that hill. I wish
Mhm.
someone told me that the first year I streamed.
Oh gosh. Especially because like during Pride Month through the Pride Guild, I had the opportunity to be like on the actual front page.
Yay!
And it was my first time ever. And I made the mistake for like the first 20 minutes having the viewer count on because I
Oh,
wanted to see when it started.
yeah.
And when I went back through that VOD, you can see like a visible shift in my my
Oh
demeanor.
no.
And so it's like whether it's for the positive or because you're worried there aren't enough, it's bad, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. I think definitely during stream don't look at it, but I'm an analytics
Mhm.
person. So but more so because my background is more YouTube. Like I'll look at where did my retention rate drop off and maybe I need to shorten my videos based on where that dropped off, right? So I don't
Mhm.
I don't look at it so much on the stream side because yeah, it's live and it's gonna upset me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well,
I ignore it.
especially yeah, especially because you want your mental health to be good,
Yes.
especially with streaming, because then the imposter syndrome comes in, and then the whole
Yep.
like the what is it comparisons to theft of joy
Hmm.
starts coming in, and so yeah, it's good. Like again, analytics are great. I just don't pay attention as much as I probably should. But again, the fact that you and Aurora is just like I admire that about you guys. So
Thank
I want to
you.
be like you when I grow up.
It definitely teaches you a lot. I encourage people to like learn the graphs and stuff, especially on the YouTube side. The YouTube
Yes.
side is way more in depth than like Twitch and Kick will ever be.
Yeah. Okay, back to niches. Can you
Right.
have more than one niche?
Yes,
Mhm. Definitely.
absolutely. Because again, it's like people, once you start building a community, they want to see you, right? And when you start building that like really firm, like viewer base, community base, fan base, they're gonna be there because they like hearing you yap more than what you're playing.
Right. Right. I've seen that because I was doing a bunch of science stuff. And then at some point, I'm like, I'm burning out on the science. Like, I mean, I'm enjoying this, but then I'm like, I'm going to play a game.
Hmm.
And I've only recently, it's been what, maybe 2 months or so that I've actually played any games. And then last night I was actually playing Palia with Amethyst May. So it was kind of like how different, how crazy that these are two different, sides of me. But I was blown away to see that I had people from the science streams who showed up and were like, "Oh, this is fun. This looks fun. Oh, did you pick up that mushroom?" And I'm like, "Wow, you care about more than whatever I'm talking about scientifically." So
They even gave
I've
us
seen the same as
mushroom
Roy.
facts. That was like they chimed in with stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
It's probably
Stuff
very
stuff
affirming
about
Yeah.
too.
fungus. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably very affirming for you too. Like, okay,
Hmm.
everyone's here for all aspects of me, so that's
Hmm.
great.
Hmm.
Well, and like we're
Right.
human beings. We have multifaceted interests ourselves, right? Like I like
Mhm.
crochet, I like video games, I like dressing up in costume. So why wouldn't a
Yeah.
viewer also like multiple things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
think Indie Bird made a good point. If I can jump in really quickly,
Mhm.
that originally she was doing cosplay and was sexualized,
Mhm.
right? And so that was a community that didn't want all of you. So I mean, the people in the community in the chat that whenever I'm doing streaming, like I would consider these people my friends.
Mhm.
And I think when
Mhm.
you're friends, you're not friends because of one thing only. I think you're friends because of a whole person.
Mhm.
Um, I think that was my point.
Yeah.
That
No,
it does need to be the whole person. So
Yes.
yeah, try going from cosplay to gaming to hiking. So now I have three aspects of myself out there, and it's been
sure.
great because it shows that like nerds touch grass. We don't have to be made fun of. We touch grass, guys. We touch grass.
Yes.
So
Well, that segues like perfectly into the next question. Did you ever try multiple niches before one stuck?
Mm, that's a
Or
good
did you just hang
question.
on to all of the niches?
Nope. If you go on my TikTok, if you go on my Twitch, I got everything for you. And that's why I was very happy that TikTok had the playlist, because the
Yes.
playlist
Mhm.
function has been so nice ever since they dropped that, because then you can,
Yes.
then the people that want to see one thing, all right, here's all the cosplay stuff, here's all the
Mhm.
nature stuff, here's all this. So it's been very nice to
Right.
have that. But no, you'll never find one thing anymore. Not anymore, because it's just, you combined, like for me personally, I combined three communities, and now I have gamers that never went on a hiking trail, but they know the area that I live in. They're like, oh my god, that trail's been there for, I'm like, yeah, this trail's been here, go check it out.
Hmm.
So
So I would
I feel the
actually
same.
say I left a couple of niches. So actually started as a Sims 4 content creator, and at the time, like peak COVID, you niched down by playing a single game, and I was like, I was in it and in it and in it until I was burnt out, and then I was like, well, let's broaden into like Animal Crossing, similar things, and don't think I've touched Sims 4 in over a year now, but I still kind of moved into an adjacent niche of just cozy.
and even so, you're right, what you were saying earlier, cozy is so broad,
Mhm.
because cozy, like horror, is a thing. Like some people watch, I don't know, Gilmore Girls is their comfort thing. Me, I'll watch the entirety of like the Friday the 13th series, and that's like my comfort thing. So like it's really cool that you like brought said earlier, like horror can be cozy. It's not because like you're a sicko. It's just because like controlled situations. Like horror is a controlled situation. So so like you saying cozy has like so many like side bullets that it's not just Animal Crossing. It's like if it's not, it doesn't have to be bright and pink,
Mhm.
basically, but you can play Dead by Daylight, and that is your cozy game. So, like, I love that you mentioned that earlier. I meant to tell you earlier, but that is such a great way to talk about like genres and niches.
Yes. I agree. And I want to play off of what you said just a minute ago about the playlist thing on YouTube.
Yeah.
I feel like back in my day, back in the day, like everybody was like, if you want to be successful, you have to do one YouTube for this, one YouTube
Mhm.
channel for that.
Yeah.
But these days, I think YouTube wants you to keep it all on one channel. It wants you to keep, like, to send all of your traffic to this one channel so that they can pick what their poison is, if that makes sense.
Well, I think it's even more than that. I think the audiences are thirsty for more connection. We're
Yeah.
so stuck in this swipe mentality of it comes and goes really, really fast, and you just get like these really scripted things, right? You know, when you're on the shorter form of stuff, that if they're coming to you for live streams or long form, they're looking for more connection and they want you and genuine you and not just like,
Hmm.
here's another scripted thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I wouldn't say that I've switched niches across the past 3 years that I've been doing content creation, but I would think of it as an evolution. That I went from being confident enough to express myself through writing, and then confident enough to express myself through a podcast, and then later video podcasts, and then live streams. And I just think it was me blossoming more and more. So I don't think it's switching niches so much as just being willing to show myself. I'm saying
Yes.
this to two
Yeah.
people who are VTubers, and I don't mean that in a
No, if
I don't mean that
anything,
no
the
you
the
know.
VTuber model actually allowed me to find myself because I was in like a
Okay.
yeah, like I was in a place of where I was being judged for who I was on camera, and
Mm-hmm.
then like I
Mm-hmm.
had family members and neighbors who found me and stuff, and I'm like, this makes me uncomfortable. I don't really want you here.
Right.
And now I can say stupid shit online without them telling me they saw it.
I was gonna say
True.
something along the same lines because
Okay.
a lot of people seem to have this conception, right? Not, I'm not saying that you did. I'm just saying in general. A lot of people seem to have this conception that VTubing is just because they want to like hide their face, or to have like that anonymity. I started VTubing because I felt like I could be myself,
Hmm.
Mm.
like because I now have the freedom to not feel like bashful if like smack my desk out of frustration, or if I have a little tiny crash out. I can be silly, I can be crazy. We have all these different assets where like the community can like mess with my model and make me upset. And it's just like a far more creative outlet, I feel like.
So I feel like we've kind of
I like
touched
that.
on all of our niches kind of evolved, but I did want to ask the questions in case you wanted to add to it. How did you find your niche?
How do we find?
All I
Oh
do,
man.
I just started writing. People found me. I don't know what else to
Aw,
say.
that's so sweet though.
Yeah, I mean, I will always say my channel, and I say it almost every stream, like I literally wouldn't be here talking to you guys right now if it wasn't for
Yeah.
the people that followed me on TikTok and then carried over
Right.
to all my other things. And I've had some people say like, "Nah, you got a pretty face. It'd be fine." I'm like, "No, you don't understand. There are people right now in your chat that have been with me since I was console streaming. Since I had a crappy little camera making my little videos in my bathroom on
Mm.
TikTok of my cosplay that I got from Miko Costumes. Like it's just like it's wild, and I definitely like they are the reason I'm here. So like agree with what you said. Like people just kind of came, and then you're like, okay, I guess I'll make some more stuff, and then kind of evolve from there, you know? So just a
Right.
shout out to all the communities that are here supporting everyone here. Like you guys are the reason why we're here, and we continue
Yes.
to do what we do and
Yes.
allow us to be ourselves and to be, you know, loved in a space where if we go outside the door, people might not get it, but you guys get it. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I agree.
That
For
was
me,
lovely.
it was lovely. Both of those were so sweet. Meanwhile, I'm gonna talk about how I found my
No,
niche by threatening
you're
to put
fine.
people in the
Listen,
basement.
listen, the difference is that you are still aware of gratitude, and gratitude is something that is not practiced enough throughout the content creating community. And if you are
Yeah.
self-aware of that, then you're already doing a great job. And I'm not saying you have to like
100%.
constantly thank you. It's the fact that deep down inside, you know, like gratitude is just you have to stop and take a minute because you can't think of all the people that were there from the beginning and just forget about them. And I've
Right.
seen people do that. And so it's okay if you're going to talk about what you're going to talk about. I promise you, you're a great person. But just as long as you practice gratitude, I feel like you're fine. So don't worry.
Oh gosh, you guys, I'm a crybaby. I cry on stream at least once a day.
I cry at the end of all like a lot of video games. You were good. Cry away.
I like had my very like I remember very vividly my very first like hype train. And I literally sobbed for 20 minutes.
Aw.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm a crybaby. I show too much gratitude maybe sometimes.
See,
But
then you're doing great.
I definitely am like super cognizant because when I found my niche, um, I was literally threatening to put people in the basement. I was talking. I do some of the most unhinged yandere content, and it's
Like
just
you do.
I mean, I'm not mad about it. Like, do you have a pair of boots to go with it? That's a different conversation. It's fine.
listen. I promised you an
Continue.
unlimited supply of boba. How about that?
All right.
Mhm.
But that being said, every day, because YouTube, me changing what I did on YouTube as far as it goes for my niche, is what propelled it. I swear, like shorts on YouTube is where it's at. And
Mhm.
that is just like, I think about it every day. I think about people joining my Discord, the fact that I am about to hit Twitch partner. I think about all that stuff. And like, it makes me want to cry because without the people who were like, that scary lady's kind of funny, I wouldn't be going where I'm going, you know?
Yeah. Also, congratulations,
Thank
partner.
you.
Yes.
Yay.
Oh, and also recent YouTube partner.
Yeah, I got YouTube
Oh,
partner.
really? Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
And then, so what signs told you that your niche was working?
People
Wow.
disagreed with me.
That's a good sign,
Good, good,
actually.
Yeah, that really
because
is.
Siri, Because seriously, when you see somebody on the corner holding like a sign up that says the end is near or something like that, you drive past and you go, oh, that person's an idiot. I don't really care. But when somebody says something and you go, no, I think that's wrong, they've made you think. And I think that's important. So when people came into streams, or even when I was writing before on Medium, that was and people would come and go, you're a complete idiot. I went, that's great. I've found I've said something that is causes people to be thoughtful, and I think that's what was my big indication. I mean, it hurts too, right?
Mm-hmm.
When somebody comes in and goes, oh no, you are a complete fool, I go, oh, but then I go, no, this is great because now I have a chance. Well,
Yeah.
it's either to teach or I learn, and so I think that's what did it for me, was being disagreed with.
Wait, I'm curious. Do you have like a psychology degree?
No, it's chemistry. It's a PhD in chemistry.
Close
Yeah.
enough.
Okay. I mean, I'll take that.
You found the right chemicals to create
Yeah.
your content.
Yeah.
And then boom.
It's all cadmium. Yeah.
Oh, well, as a chemist, you don't want to know what my chat has tricked me into saying.
Oh my God.
I believe that.
Now everyone go to Aurora's VODs. Let's go see what's going on.
No. I didn't know what like the compound was to drink water. I didn't know what it was. And so we have a
Okay.
running joke in my community where I do not condone the consumption of C4. There it is. They put it in the chat.
Oh my
C4.
God.
Dihydrogen monoxide. Yeah.
Crashing out because everybody was like, dude, can I have paint? What about fiberglass? Can I have that? And then someone came out of the woodwork saying, well, what about dihydrogen monoxide? And I was just like, no, you can't have that.
This is why we'll move on. Somebody else had something else to say. Was that right?
I was going to say to go on
That
what
was
you
me.
said about going against the grain. I will go back to what I talked about. It's been almost 2 years. I was in like another community and like we had a falling out and it was really hard and stuff. So I kind of had to like start all over for my side of things. And that was when I had like a hard look, like, what am I gonna do? Okay. So I kind of like continued the same thing on my stream or whatever, but it wasn't until the year after that I was like having these new ideas. I was getting some traction with some devs and I was starting to put myself out there more. And every single time I did something, there would be like a couple people that would be like, you really shouldn't do that. And I'm like, but why? And I'm like, nobody's gonna come to your streams. But it's something I want to do. And they're like, so I let that get to me for a while and I would just not do what I want to do until one day I was like, no, this is my channel. Like, why am I letting you tell me what to do with my channel? So basically, like, kind of like cut off the toxic ties, started doing what I want, and literally have not looked back. I like started thriving. 2025 has been like my year. Like, I got to join the guild and I got to go to PAX as a creator and just all these little things. I'm on a stream team, like all these little things started trickling in once like I stopped listening to people. And I feel like going back to what you said, like going against the grain, when you are upsetting people, when people are showing their true sides, run. Do what you want, leave them behind and it's hard to break ties, especially if you've known someone for a long time, but clearly they don't want to see you be successful. I'm not going to say it's jealousy, but they just want to affect you in a negative way. And I feel like when I sometimes mentor some of like streamers, because I've had people come to mentoring, like I've had people come to me like, how do you do what you do? I'm like, I'm not a partner. What are you talking about? Like, why are you asking me for advice? But that's been like my solid advice. Like, don't listen to anybody. Listen to your gut. If your intuition is sad about being told what to do, honey, like, no, break ties. I'm sorry, because that will affect your community and the vibe. So I feel like as soon as I did that, then like the niches, everything, like I got to do like more cosplay and hiking and I got to break away from the sexuality and like, so it was like kind of like nice to have like, the personality come out that I want to show everybody. So now we have, and now our community is amazing. We haven't had any, knock on wood, any like people like that, thankfully. And now we know that's a red flag when people are trying to tell others what to do because you shouldn't be told what to do. It's your content. It's your channel.
Yeah.
So
Do you mind, can I follow up on that
no,
briefly?
go right
Because
ahead.
then we have something, chat 8472, don't listen to us, tell us what to do. I don't think
That's
this is supposed
that's
to be
one of my mods.
serious,
That's one of my
which
mods.
is fine. Sorry, Chad. Look, it's okay, Chad. The point is that so I think it needs to be it's a combination of both, right? You have to be who you are, and then again, to go back to the whole marketing thing, if you're not listening to some people, and this maybe looks at analytics more than anything, but if you play a game and people go, this is a boring game, I don't want to watch this game, you can lose, you'll lose some interest. And so I guess my point is it does sort of need to be a combination. When somebody's telling you how to express yourself, yeah, push them off to the side.
Mhm.
I'm with Indie Bird. If you're looking to, I think again, there's still a marketing aspect to what we do that can't be ignored. That at some point you have to go, well, what's working, what's not working. So,
Right.
Right.
And don't get
so
me wrong,
it was a
like
good comment.
don't get me wrong, like I don't worry, like we are 18 plus. We are spicy. We
Yeah.
get like that, but that's not like not the main focus of my channel anymore. And that's what the
Mhm.
other people wanted me to do. Like, well, guess what? If you start talking about this or you start showing like your neurodivergence more, no one's gonna come type of deal. And I'm like, that's what content creators thrive on. Like, wait, that is
Yes.
me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah. So I'm talking more content.
Yeah, yeah,
If you're
content.
if you're doing content that somebody thinks is boring, but authenticity, I'm once again going to go, woo, authenticity. So,
Yeah.
Okay. Before we take a quick break, I have one more question. Do you think niches find you or you create them intentionally?
Mm, loaded. Me personally, I think it found me. I
Hmm.
think for so long I was afraid to do like what I wanted to do, just because I thought people would be like, "Oh my gosh, this creator is so cringe." What did she just say? What joke did she just make? And when I stopped like caring, like it's the scripts and the jokes just kind of fell into my hands.
Mm-hmm. Because I would say we're all in a niche of one. You may say cozy gaming, whatever other niche you want to put up, science, whatever. But I think we're all in a niche of one. We're all individual, and so I think we intentionally have to create the what content that actually expresses who we are in whenever we do something. So I think it's intentional. And I'm saying that because I look at my own evolution going from writing to now speaking on a panel, which, 3 years ago, there's no chance in hell I would have done that. It would have been like, you don't want to hear what I have to say.
Yeah,
Why would you want
Yeah.
that? So, I think it needs to be intentional. This is my opinion.
I agree.
And like to kind of piggyback on everything, like you can actually, I think you can be a little bit of both because it's basically a risk when you put yourself out there. So if you're like,
Yes.
hey, I have this new hobby, I wonder if I can talk about it on my content. And then you make a video, and then you make another video, and then you see the feedback. And then you're
Yeah.
kind of like, am I creating a niche? Are we gonna
Mhm.
do this, guys? Do you guys want to see me hike a trail and talk about this mountain? Okay, you know what I mean? So like
Right.
as an example for myself, but like so I think it could be a little bit of both. Like you can,
Yeah.
find it can find you, but you can
Mhm.
also intentionally put it out there. So
Well, that's so good. Isn't that kind of like how YouTube works, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
you're like, okay, let me just tiptoe into this and see how it goes.
Yeah.
I don't do YouTube because
Yes.
I don't have time, but you guys are convincing me to maybe
Oh,
make
Indy,
time
we're
for
gonna get
YouTube.
you there, especially since you already have like a TikTok audience. I think you need to be
Hmm.
there too.
Guys, listen, I work a full-time day job. It's the editing that gets me. So
Just repost.
tell me how you guys do it and I'll be on there.
Just
One of
repost
us.
all your
One
TikTok stuff
of
for
us.
now.
Gabba, we accept you, Gabba.
Well, we have reached our little quick break. I'm going to do 3 minutes of ads. Everyone stretch, refill your drinks, and then we'll come back when all of the panelists are back and ready again. Okay? So I'm going to
Sounds
send everybody to the be right back screen while we take a quick break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See you guys soon.
And I feel like I'm the worst person to watch do any kind of parkour, because even in Palea, I suck at it. So sorry, I might not do it justice. It just looked cute, okay? Hey, is that the furthest we've made it? Or did I fall over here? I think I fell over here earlier. Okay.
I see you've had the opportunity to test out the prototype.
I have! You can see me.
I have remote access. Allows me to analyze the back-end system data.
Ew!
That I just hand over absolute control of a device this powerful.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have found the cuck. Give me that one. What do you got to say? Hold jump while standing still to get even more height. Okay. That's funny. Let me give you the refund. They can, but if everyone tried to scam, then I would be out of a job. I don't need to explain it. Refund
You're such
tonight.
a corporate bootlicker. Gotta minus your star rating, bitch.
You're such a corporate bootlicker. I'm gonna minus your star rating, bitch. Yes. Okay. I like that it's spicy. This one moves. This one seesaws. Okay. I went that way to get coins, right? And now I'm back to where I was. No! Stay up there! Ah! No! Dang it! You nasty. Oops. I don't even know what the countdown up there is for. What am I waiting on? What is about to happen? Oh, it just took a really long shit. I was thinking interactment like blush. Also, thanks for the clip. I was thinking blush, not like take a dump. Are you on a time limit? Maybe I need to go with it. Maybe I need to hold it the whole time. Okay. Don't throw it. Hold on to it. Why? I don't understand. Why won't you work for me? I don't understand. Oh, and now I can't even get up there. At least deal with it if it is that. Because the box is not here. Maybe not. I might have screwed it by getting it stuck here. Uh-oh. I'm gonna put a little stream marker there. It definitely disappeared. I'll send them. Discord? I love it. I love it. Leadership principles is obviously to riz everything, right? I'm like, so you get a refund. I'm gonna do that. You're gonna take my job. I'm gonna cost you some money. Everybody gets a refund. You can pick your city? Pound Town. Come on. Well, we're from the city of Pound Town. Oh, wait. Check this box to required. Wait. Check this box. Required to show you're committed to jump through hoops when asked. Wait a second. Wait a second. What if I don't want to? No, I can't be a brat. Oh, okay. It wants to see how submissive you are right off the bat. I'm gonna go through the clip and thank you again. Yes, absolutely. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed. Cause woot woot kitty cats. I'm excited. I think it has a lot of potential. I was having a lot of issues with like the camera. And then I like the opposite when I switch to controller, there seems to be, see how there seems to be a little bit of a lag? That's odd. That I'm not, so this is like straight walking on. I thought it said foot fetch, like foot fetish. I was like, wait, what? How did we get up into a whole different area of kink? No. Food fetch. Food fetch. Like DoorDash. Got it. Okay. Inner mouth. Oh. Wait. You can change your. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I don't know. Would you put anything in a green mouth? Maybe you wouldn't. I'm not. Wait, is this one also I can break? That was an urn! It was somebody! I just threw somebody's urn! Bye, Grandpa! Oh, no! Brow thickness. Welcome back from your little ad break and bio break. I hope you took care of yourself. Take your meds. I forgot to remind you. We do have a small poll in chat, although it looks like it might have already finished. Would you rather have a massive general audience or a small niche audience? And it looks like massive audience is winning right now. Oh, Model's asleep. She's asleep. Let me fix her.
Oh my gosh, she is asleep.
She totally sleeps. So I have a moving camera, and when I moved out of the room to refill my water, it tried to follow me out the room, and so it lost me.
Oh no! Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
It's like, where are you going?
Great.
But at least then it used to be like they would just look like I'm staring off into space and like really weird, creepy look, and now she falls asleep. It's a lot better.
Sometimes I too wish I could just take a little nap.
Yeah, okay. Well,
there's a whole niche around that, believe it or not, people sleeping. So
yeah, that is true.
That one is crazy.
Make a new channel.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna move on to growing within a niche. So our first question is, how do you keep your niche from feeling repetitive?
Repetitive.
Not us all humming at the same time.
And it was kind of repetitive.
Right. Well, I guess I'll start off because I was just thinking that so one of my niches, obviously I've mentioned, is cosplay, and that field, ever since, I feel like TikTok especially helped a lot of people discover cosplaying, but falling into the what is popular is so hard because it's going to be saturated. Like right now, K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. It's saturated.
Right.
I'm not saying that I'm not planning on doing a K-pop Demon Hunters, but I feel like everyone can do it a little bit different. So you can do the trending sounds, but I like to find the sounds that are a little bit different. Like I still do the trending sounds, but I also like to find the weird ones where like your people will get the jokes. So it's kind of nice to have that option because especially you need to be in tune with your community. So like sometimes I make videos for my community, like, oh, this sound is going to be great. I'm going to wear Shago and my community will remember this from like Twitch. It's not always like that, but I try to sprinkle in a little bit of the personable moments in my own Twitch channel. So when like someone watches a video like on TikTok of me in a cosplay and they're like, oh my God, we talked about her doing that cosplay. Oh my God, look at her. She's doing that sound. Like I like to kind of do that and throw people off when it comes to that field. And the same with like hiking stuff. I can, pick a Bon Iver song and do a beautiful landscape, or I can get the song from Fern Gully, Batty's song, and dance in the woods, which I have done. So it's kind of like just kind of being able to embrace your weird. That's how I do my own thing. And I have a whole playlist about Tenacious D. I did Tenacious D for 30 days. I did some random videos to every single song. So like and you know what? I look like a fool. Anybody who's coming into my channel and watch those videos are like, what is this girl doing? Like what? But let me tell you, my community howling. They loved it. So I keep it kind of fresh that way. And if I catch some new people to come into our little nest, that's awesome. But like the people that want to be there, want to embrace the weird, want to like break out of the mold of like the usual cosplays or the usual hiking streams or the usual whatever gaming streams, it's worked for me, and that's why I fully embrace the weird now.
Yes.
If you send me a weird sound and tell me to make and you want me to make a sound, I will find a way to make the sound. So
Mhm.
yeah. So that's how I kind of keep it fresh.
Anybody else?
Um, I'm gonna say how I do it, but I want to kind of comment on the doing the weird. Yeah, 'cause I have a
Yay.
saying. I have a saying, and my community is usually pretty split on whether or not they agree. I believe that it's only cringe if you think it's cringe. If you kill the part of you that thinks things are cringe, it won't be cringe anymore, you know?
Mhm.
And so just do the weird stuff because who freaking cares? And if you do the weird stuff,
Yes.
not only are your people going to think it's funny, but you're going to attract more of your people.
Hmm.
um,
Exactly.
I agree. Yeah.
but that being
Were you
said,
about to talk, May? Oh, sorry.
oh,
No, no. If you have something you want to add, go for it.
Well, I think Aurora had something else. Go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, the way I personally keep it non-repetitive is, on YouTube I keep it pretty to my like yandere ASMR. I like to read stories, and then on a different platform I give them something else. So on like Twitch, I do
Mm.
gaming. I like play horror games and stuff. We yap sometimes. We just went on a zoo date. So I just like different platforms. I kind of give them different things.
Yeah, I think both Indie Bird and Aurora made a good point that it's usually like an inside joke kind of thing that keeps things going. Uh, and so embrace the weird is what Indie Bird said, and I thought that was one of the most beautiful phrases I think I've heard for this, because you at some point somebody's going to get tired of listening to genetics lectures. I know I do. If I do, somebody else is getting tired out there, listening to me give them. So, I love doing comedy type content. I mean, I always try to, whenever I'm doing a stream, I always try to think of jokes that I can interject in there. I don't know how funny I am, but I try to throw in jokes, especially if they're callbacks to something else, like Indie Bird was saying. That's the way I think to keep. And it's funny because that repetition, ironically, is kind of what keeps things from feeling repetitive. So sort of a
Mhm.
strange bit there.
Right.
So
So I
The
have
way. Oh,
go ahead.
go ahead, May. Go.
No,
No,
because
I was
I'm
just
gonna totally segue to something else. So if you have something
really
to add,
quickly.
go for it.
Really quickly, I just want to add, if you do something weird when you're off camera, like I'm sure somebody out there does it. So like I'm sure I'm not the only person that goes to the kitchen like at 2 a.m. and like gets a pickle jar and like kind of squats down, eats it, and pretends you're Gollum. Like I'm sure there's somebody there that also eats snacks in a weird position,
not
Yes.
not
or
me.
like,
No.
or well, I, I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying like a kitchen gremlin, or do like a
Oh
weird
no,
little
I'm
dance
saying
when
me,
you're
but
happy, or like so like if
sure.
you show that side of you, like I
Mhm.
guarantee you, like when someone is like just relaxed and off guard and stuff like, and they're just in their comfort zone, and you're in like I don't know like a hangout or something, like I guarantee you they're gonna be like singing like Chapel Roan at the top of their lungs, really goofy, and just like do a little weird dance with it. Look what you've done, big bony girl. Like so, like if you do that, if you translate that to your content somehow, and show that like, hey, that person's like me. I think it also helps and makes
Hmm.
attracts that person to like, hey, you're cool. I want to get to know you. So that I just wanted to add
Yes.
that, like, but to say everyone's like thoughts, like embrace the weird means also just being yourself. And I just wanted to add that. Also, I do that because sometimes I'm sitting here too long and squatting down and bending down makes me feel good. Like it stretches my legs. Just let you know. My
Yeah.
community knows I love pickles and I eat like Gollum, so it's fine.
I almost clipped there's a clip of you with Baja Blast pickles. That was
Oh
almost in
god.
your intro.
Was for charity. I saw on TikTok someone got Baja Blast, put it in Gorilla's pickles, and saturated it for like a day, and it was really good. Now I wouldn't do it very often because it's so much sugar, but it was pretty good. And I said, if anybody wants pickle challenges for future charity streams, like bring it. It's fine. But yes, pickles are my favorite.
That's funny. Well, so I feel like my view on this is a little different from you guys. My brand of neurospicy is I will hyperfixate on something for months and then never touch it ever again. And so, like,
Okay.
repetitive is how my brain works, but I feel like I also burn out a lot faster too, because if I'm playing Disney Dreamlight Valley every single day for months on end, eventually I hate it, you know? And so I've actually had to make myself say, I'm not going to do more than so many streams with this game before I touch another game. Like, and schedule it a little bit more so that I'm like not getting into the repetitive rut. Otherwise, my brain is like, we'll just sit here and fester until we hate it. Yeah. So that's how I try to keep from feeling repetitive, even though like I would like to sit in repetitiveness a little more. Yeah.
That's pretty neurospicy that you're going to schedule getting out of repetition.
I have to. I have to. Otherwise I will. Well, and I will play the game until like crocheting is a really good example for me. I crocheted on end for like several months to a year, and then I took like a 4-year break. Like I didn't want to touch it. I'm like, don't touch me with that yarn. I don't want anything to do with it. And it's because like I do it until I burn out. And so instead of
Sure.
letting
Yeah.
myself hyperfixate, I'm like, no, like you can only play Disney Dreamlight Valley 3 times this month, and then you need to move on.
But honestly, that checks out because there are a lot of streamers who pick one specific niche and that is their niche. Like Dead by Daylight, that community is like that, and
Right.
I've noticed that like I've had like one or two friends that have been like, I've been playing this game for 5 years. I'm so tired of it. And they try to go back to a different, or they try something different, but they always go back to it. It's a little bit different, but like it's hard though, because once you're in
Mhm.
there and then you don't want to hate it because like everyone's there for DVD. So it's a
Right.
conundrum. So the fact that you have it planned, that is very neurospicy, but it's also very responsible of you because you also don't want to hate the things you love. And you
Right.
want to like kind of have a protection barrier, it sounds like,
Yeah.
so you don't
Right.
ever
Good
not
point.
go back to Disney Dream Night Valley. One day you will, but it's not like, oh, I hate this game, I never want to play it again. Uninstall, like
Right.
So that makes sense. Like it.
Well, and you have to look at it like for me, this is a career choice. This isn't a hobby, right? So I don't
Yeah.
Yeah,
if I wanted a career I hated, I would just go get a job. Like, you know, I would just go
Great
get a
point.
regular job because that's what most people end up doing. Like, it's very few people who end up in a career that they genuinely love for the rest of their life. And I want to maintain this as a career that I love. And that's how I do
Yeah.
it.
yeah, inspiration right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's beautiful.
I do too.
Okay. So, how do you evolve without confusing your audience?
I was looking at this and I was thinking really hard about this one because I kind of feel like evolving comes with being a good content creator, right? Take
Yes. Right.
VTubing, for example. Um, VTubing, it is normal and common practice to upgrade your model, right?
Mhm.
You have 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 1.5s, you know, like you have all kinds of stuff. The hair physics so pretty. Oh, thank you. um you have that's like expansion and growth is really a part of just being a creator of any kind. And I had some moments when I switched up. I went from my 1.0 model to my 1.5 model, which is this one now, because I wanted to segue into what I actually wanted my model to look like, because my 1.0 was just kind of like a rough draft, right? And I had a lot of comments on my YouTube shorts and on some of my videos where they were like, "Aw, I liked your old model.
Mm.
Aw, your old model was so pretty. I don't like this new model." And I think it has to be less about worrying if you upset them or confuse them in any way. And this is who I am. And maybe I'm just not the creator for you after I've evolved a little bit, if
Mhm.
that makes sense.
Right.
I
No, I
think it's
think that makes really
accepting.
good sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's accepting that just like life, I don't want to get too philosophical, but just like life, people are going to come and go, you know? And as you expand, you're going to have people who enjoy your newer stuff more than your older stuff. And you're going to have people who will enjoy your older stuff more than your newer stuff.
Right. Nope, I agree. And I think that philosophical side is how we do evolve. I mean, I agree with you. You said it's part of being a content creator. And I think, if you continue to do the same thing week after week, you are repetitive. And so keeping yourself from feeling repetitive requires this evolution, even if it's small evolutions over the course of a year. Otherwise, the people are going to get bored. I think they would get bored. I don't think I want to, there were things that I liked when I was 21 years old that I probably wouldn't want to look at today because I changed, and I would want to see my favorite content creators change with me.
Mhm.
I feel like
I
my
Some of
answer
them
is
didn't.
selfish. I feel
Okay.
like my,
Yeah.
Oh,
my
do
my
it. Let's
answer
hear
is
it.
selfish.
Do it.
I didn't
Okay.
give anyone a choice. I'm like, hey guys,
Yep.
guess what? I'm doing this thing now. Like, it's not that I'm not taking my community into an account, but going back to being a people pleaser, a chronic people pleaser for most of my adult
Mm,
life. Actually, well, most of my life in general, but especially my adult life. That once I found that empowerment, I'm like, all right, all bets are off. I'm doing this thing. We're adding it to the channel. We're adding it to the profile or whatever. Um, if you guys like it, cool. You don't have to watch that content. Just keep scrolling. Because so my answer
yeah.
is a little bit more selfish because I didn't take my community into an account for that reason, which is why I added the hiking stuff now. And it turned out that it worked out for me because people like started the way that I filmed it and everything. People were liking it. But like I could have just like not done well my nature content and people would be
Mhm.
like whatever. But like over time they saw what I did and what I want to do and how I did it. They liked it. So I got lucky. But like I was very selfish. I was like, guys, I want to do this and I'm going to do it. But again, that's coming from trauma and stuff and wanting to do something different, you know?
Yeah.
Is that, you had said you got lucky. Is that getting lucky, or was that the people who are in your community are there for you as a person?
Mhm.
Because I
Mhm.
would go with the
That's
latter.
hitting so
Yeah. Me
deep.
too.
It's hitting so deep. I love that so much because I think that's what it was. I think that I knew that there were
Yes,
truly people there for
right,
me. So yeah,
right.
I
And so
never
when
really
you
thought of that until
evolve,
right now. The aha moment. Oh
yeah,
my god.
The aha moment.
yeah. I
I
mean, I
think
think when you do evolve, yeah, if people aren't coming along with you, those weren't your people, as Aurora said.
Right. Yeah.
They come, they go. That's fine. But
Mhm.
dude,
be my
Andy,
community.
didn't you see your intro? I feel like your niche is you.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. You
That's
have
what
to
I said
realize
before.
Uh-huh.
you have to realize like a lot of this stuff is I know we talked about it earlier. A lot of this stuff is like 3 years ago. If you're telling me I'm here, I'm not going to be here. So the fact that like
Mhm.
all of this is accumulating for all three of us, all four of us for that
Yeah.
matter,
Yeah.
and people in chat who also content create, it's wild to think. So there are these moments where when you're like when you said that really nice thing right now, thank you. I was like, oh yeah, I guess you're right. You don't
Mhm.
think about it in the bigger sense until someone points it out. Because if you acknowledge it yourself, people think you're cocky, but
Mm.
then if you don't say it, then your mental health turns on you and you think you're not doing a good job,
Yeah.
but really you are.
Mhm.
It's wild. Like, and that's a whole different topic, mental health and content creating, but that's not what we're here
Yeah.
for.
Right.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that's a after dark with some alcohol time with a panel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Is it okay
I'm
if
a
I respond to a chat message?
Yeah.
I just went because there were a couple of people who commented on what we're talking about, especially with VTubers. And it's talking. So Mage and May said, "I did hear about people not being happy about certain models."
Mhm.
And then Chef said, "I'm nervous showing my new model because it's so different from my old one."
Which
Um,
shout out, Chef's model debut is during
Yes.
this raid train. So
oh,
Oh
nice.
gosh.
I'm gonna do
Yes.
the shout out because I doubt Chef is gonna do their own shout out.
Mhm. And I just wanted to say, especially since End came out and said it, it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to be
Hmm.
selfish because while you are trying to appeal to people, and you are trying to create an audience and create a community, those people have to like you for you. So for example, with the VTuber model issue, because I felt the same, my feelings got hurt when I started getting like hundreds of comments saying I liked your old model better. I mean, that's natural. That's like someone saying they don't like your haircut, right? Like that's it's an extension of yourself when you're a VTuber. But at the end of the day, you have to be happy with what you're looking at and what you're hearing and what you're seeing of yourself. And if you don't like your model or you don't like your content, why would anybody else be expected to like
Mhm.
it?
I agree.
Right.
Yeah, no, really.
Okay.
That's well said. And I've seen people in chat talking about that too. Like, you know, like I VTubers, I don't listen to them. Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
I will say in the VTuber community, you can find some of the very most judgy people, but you can also find some of the very kindest people. And you just got to find those
Mm.
kind people because there will be judgments. Like honestly, in every community, there's going to be judgments. Just block and move on and find those really cool people instead.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, do you think it's better to double down or branch out once you've found something that works?
Mm. Double down.
Double down. Yep.
Make that money. At
I,
least on
I'm,
YouTube, you gotta double down on YouTube for those ads. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna go against the trend because I think it comes down to another question: is it rewarding?
Mm,
Mm.
okay.
Because if
That's
it's
good.
not rewarding, nope, branch out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
true.
I don't
Yeah.
care if you have a huge some viral short that you get $10,000 from. If you went, that was the worst experience of my life, take that $10,000, put it in the bank, maybe pay a psychologist so that you can talk about that worst experience of your life,
Oh
Yeah.
no.
and then go back to what you like.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
a really good point.
it is. And
Thank you.
Amethysta and I know each other through a YouTube content creator group that YouTube like picks
Yeah.
people and puts them in. And they
Mhm.
actually have recently been telling us stick to your stuff up to 75% and then use
Ooh.
25% of your channel for experiments to try out the new stuff. So if you
Yeah.
post 4
Mhm.
times a month, the first 3 are your cozy content if you're me, and then your fourth one is like your yandere content if you're headed in that direction, right? So even YouTube is encouraging people to find ways to branch out, but still we know the algorithm's not very friendly over there. So that's how they recommend you do it is, a 75-25 split.
That's a really good piece of advice. And I have
Yeah.
noticed that that's worked for me because, like I said, most of my following has come from YouTube Shorts. And I do a lot of the yandere bits. I have like a daily affirmation that people get really upset if it doesn't happen.
Daily
Um,
Oh.
affirmations. I love it so
daily
much.
affirmations. Repeat after me. It's okay to branch out of your niche.
Yeah.
But that being said, I post 3 shorts a day, and I do 3 long form a week, and I do at least 1 long form something a little bit different just to see what happens.
Hmm.
See, I say double down because again, the cosplay world works a little bit different. So when I make content for cosplays, I obviously do what I want. I'll do like 1 or 2 of the popular stuff, but like once I find like one thing, I'm gonna be on it for a while.
Mhm.
Example, I discovered Alan Wake last year. Great game series. Remedy Games in general is amazing. Alan Wake Control, all that stuff. So I hyper fixated that for easily, easily all of last year into a little bit of this year. So I did so far I'm up to 8 different cosplays and it did
Wow.
well. And that's how I met a lot of my Remedy fam and a lot of people on other platforms that enjoyed the content. So I was making stuff for like a whole new demographic of and like they're like hyper fixated nerds like me because the story is basically as SCP Files, Twin Peaks, and X Files all together in a over the 5 games, you know. So for me, I was making Alan Wake content. Alan Wake content. So I'm known as like one of the Alan Wakers. So for me, I started it. It did really well, and that's goes back to the double down. Like once you find a character or like a topic, it can work for you. I did it more so I can meet people and it is a very niche community, but once you're in the niche, there's so many nice people and they're all creative and they're artists and they're cosplayers and they have these some of them write, and it's so cool to like bring that little community forward, even if it's not hitting like a million likes on a video. It's still, to me, like if I'm getting 100 likes on something and like I don't know 500 views, it's still a lot to me. So I just kept making that content, and I feel like once you find something that works for at least for a little while, just keep doing it, and it's very rewarding in a sense, you know. Again, I know we're talking about like analytics and stuff, but like I'm more of like, if this is Kingdom Hearts, I'm more like talk about the heart of something, and that's
Mhm.
what motivates me to keep doing the thing. What I do is the heart of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my answer came at least a little bit from, I mean, I recognize I'm probably 20 years older than all three of you. Um, and like I retired from technology to do this.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
like I'm in a different position. So like if something works, I'll be like, that's great. If like, if some point somebody goes, um, you know, you get that red YouTube button or wherever all the colors are. Forgive me, I forget. But if you get the button, that's great. But to me, it's like, listen, I'm making content largely for myself, and that it works with other people, I think is really a fringe benefit.
Mhm.
So that
Yeah.
was
Okay.
that was where my point came from
Oh,
was,
and there's nothing against that. I hope you know that.
oh sure.
Yeah, yeah, that was a great reason why you said what you said. I felt like I had to explain myself because I was like, oh wait,
Hmm.
maybe these two are saying really good answers. Okay, let me tell you a selfish reason again.
But I'm being selfish. I think that's my point. Is everything I do is because I'm like, listen, I'm going to amuse myself. I'm going to entertain myself. If other people come along with it, I'm like, that's awesome. I'm going to
Mhm.
be really happy that you came along with me on this. And a lot of people have. And then, like I mentioned earlier, I could probably be more successful if I cared more about following trends or, looking at other aspects of the whole, VTubing, whatever. I could probably
Yeah.
get more money or something. But to me right now, it's about I've got to this is me putting out who I am. And I'm
Mhm.
hoping people come along with who I am. But if they don't, I'm going to go back to what Aurora says: people come and people go, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
So
Listen, you're just a trendsetter, okay? That's what that's called.
Yeah,
Right.
that's right, right.
basically.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
You've reframed that in a very positive way. You should be a psychologist, I think.
And that is another daily affirmation.
There you go.
I am going to tell chat in about 8 minutes, 7 minutes. We're gonna start the
Okay.
Q&A session. So if there is something you specifically want to ask any of us or someone in specific, now is your time to put it in chat so that I can put it in our little notes so we know what we're looking at. Yeah. And then, okay, how do you guys handle burnout when your niche becomes work instead of fun?
My mod team. I'm kind of a sap, but whenever I'm feeling overwhelmed or tired or I haven't like rested properly because I'm like in the editing grind or what have you, like just a solid like mod movie night or mod game night is just so healing. I don't know. I don't know. It's just so wonderful.
Anybody else?
Sure, I've
Uh,
got something. I mean,
yeah.
what I've done, because earlier this year, I don't know if anybody's noticed, but the political climate right now is a bit odd.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So by about end of May is what it was. By about end of May, I was totally burned out. And what I did was just take 2 weeks off. I didn't post anything. I didn't read anything. I didn't write anything. Took a couple of weeks off. And in the meantime, I realized, I thought about what was I actually doing? I mean, because I was making a lot of content where I was doing sciencey type stuff. And I'm like, let me teach you about science. And I had people who would come into the streams and go, well, you're wrong because you have purple hair or whatever. And it struck me that I'm fighting with people who don't even know. And I think that's another aspect of what we do. If you have somebody who comes in and says you're wrong or you're doing something that I don't like, sometimes it's important for us to be able to say, you have no idea what you're talking about. Because some of this is about me, some of this is about education, some of this is, about nothing in general. And so I think where I'm going to go with this is what I did was I took some time off and I said, I'm the one doing this content and I'm doing it for myself. Because if you don't, it's ridiculous.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
So
Yes.
somebody just says, yes, I know. Ikigawa says there, you have a doctorate. Yes, but I have people coming in and they're like, listen, my politician says X,
Oh,
Y, and Z. And I'm
God.
like,
Oh my God. Do they have a
Okay.
doctorate? No.
but that's not even the point. Like the education's
Yeah.
not the point. When you have somebody who comes in and goes, I have never had a biology class and I'm going to tell you where you're wrong. I'm like, well, I appreciate that. And I want to recognize where this comment is coming from. And that's what I'm saying. And thank you for focusing me, Ikigawa. But, we have the tendency to internalize some of these. We'll get a comment that we go, oh, no. I'm not like that, but we feel it. And what we have to do is allow those to slough off of us when we recognize where these comments come from, because they're not always made in good faith, I guess is the word
Yeah.
I'll use. But
Yeah.
there you go.
I guess I'll say that I'm an extroverted introvert. So
Mhm.
like I'm the
Same.
first person that will like if someone new walks in the room, I'll just be like, "Hey, what's up? Are you new here? What's your name?" And I'll be the first person that will be social. But sometimes I hit to a point where I don't want to talk to anybody. I just kind of want to go bed rot or couch rot and watch like movies or play some Switch or go for a walk and not record anything. And when I get to those points, oh, especially going back real quickly, also if I feel not motivated, like I don't have any ideas, I'm going through a dry rut, like forcing something never works. I always feel like everything I make when I force something doesn't happen, and that's usually a sign. So then I'm very vocal with my community and I'm very transparent when I'm like, guys, I am tired. I know I hate missing a stream, but I had a really bad day at work and I don't want to bring this energy to stream. If I'm feeling that way before a stream, before I'm supposed to do something that deals with, this part of my life, I don't want to perceive myself on camera like that. I don't want to like be grouchy. So I will straight up just be like, "Hey guys, I'm doing really bad. So I'm going to go sit it out. You guys can message me. I'll check messages later. I just need to go spend a night to go to bed at like 9 o'clock and not 1 a.m. like my like my normal time." So when I feel that feeling, um, I feel bad though, because sometimes I feel like people think I don't want to talk to them when I'm in those moods. Like, oh, but it's like a hard balance. But like, thankfully, I have like my mod team's amazing. And my individual community members know me well enough now that you're like, okay, it's not that you don't want to hang out because you hate me, because that's what people internalize. It's like, no, I'm just really tired. I promise you. It's so cliche. It's not you. It's me. I need to not talk to anybody for about 5 hours. Or I'll be like, listen, I just got home from work at 5:30. I'll try to be available at like 10 to play like Fortnite or something. Like, and if I don't, please don't hate me. I'm probably passed out. So, because I'm tired, because I keep rather busy. But that's when I've recently come to terms that I always thought I was an extrovert, but I'm an extrovert introvert, which is actually a thing. I think that's probably a better word for it. But someone said that to me once. So like once you're done, you just need to recharge. You're like a Pikachu. You just
Yeah.
need to go plug yourself in and then come back and then you're ready to go Raichu and everybody. It's fine. Like,
It's
so
such
that
a vibe.
So that's what I've learned and I've been embracing more because that's when you feel the guilt, like, oh, I'm not creating content. And that's when it becomes like you're a robot and not like a person, and that's when I know. And I see the difference because when I didn't notice this and I would post like a video, I'd be like, oh, I need to delete this. I don't like the way it came out. I sound like and so that's how I started. Yeah, and also my mods will yell at me. They're like, "No, you were
Same.
no, you streamed till like 4 in the morning last night. You need to go to bed. Don't worry about everybody."
Oh my
And my
gosh.
community is really good about hanging out when I'm not around, which is one of my favorite things about like what I've created in my community is that I don't have to be around for people to hang out because that happens sometimes. You're a creator, you're the star of your channel, and people want to be
Yes.
around you. But like if when you
Right.
get to a point of your community where like you see people hanging out in VC, people are making movie nights, game time, talking in the threads when you're not around, and you go back and you have like 100 notifications. I'm like, oh, they're friends. I made that. I helped that happen. That's like the best feeling, and that's one of my favorite things about the community. And also, it helps with like the mods are really good about that. But like also, it's just cool because I have people in my community that are in like relationships, or they're like in best friend mode, or they've hung out in real life, and I don't have to be there for them to be like, oh, Bird's not around. All right, we gotta be quiet in Discord. It's like, and that's like another reason why it's okay if I take a night off because everybody's chilling. So that
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate with that.
Oh, that extroverted and extroverted introvert is I'm the same. It's an ambivert.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, I never
Yeah.
like no one
Oh,
ever taught me the proper word, but
Yeah.
yeah,
today
I
I
cuz I
learned.
Oh my gosh, I did so much research because like I couldn't place myself in either one and it was so frustrating. And I'm the same. Like I am that person and my mods know immediately when I've overworked myself because of this. I am that person where like 90% of the time I'm so bubbly and inviting and I'm the same. I'll go like, you know,
yeah,
and it's like,
exactly.
but then when I need those moments, I am so like cold and quiet.
Yeah.
And it's such a like stark difference, but it doesn't mean that like you aren't happy, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's like if you have someone check on you like, "Hey, how's your day?" You're like, okay." They're like,
Mhm.
"What's wrong?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm just tired. I don't have a lot to say. What is wrong?" I'm like, "I don't know." So like they know. So and that's a sign. They're like, "Why don't you take the night off?" And I'm like, "You
Yeah,
know what?
they
You're
probably
probably
know.
right. You're probably right. You're right. You're right."
Okay, so we
Wait,
do have.
can I address a
Yeah.
comment really fast? Swear no
Yeah.
more than a minute. There was so Popado's VT says skill issue. Honestly, there's no reason to demerit someone. I don't know if this was intended to be criticism for me. Uh, Possibly not. What I was gonna say is I agree with you. I don't think it's. I think it's ridiculous when somebody, because I've seen this across my career oftentimes, somebody goes, well, yeah, but I'm really intelligent. I have X, Y, and Z credential, but that doesn't mean that they know everything. One of the biggest things I think I learned in all of my education is that I will never know everything. And I think that that's what I'm looking for in other people. Healthy discussion means being willing to listen and absorb. So I'm with you, just straight up you're wrong is vile. And when somebody comes in and says, my politician said whatever, this is somebody who doesn't want to listen. So again, I don't know if that was intended to be criticism toward me, but I think that all of us could take the same advice that
Knowing.
credentials don't necessarily mean knowledge. And go ahead, May. I think you were
Well, I'm just saying,
going
knowing
to say that.
Popo, I'm pretty sure that wasn't criticism on your part. It was more criticism on the people coming into your thing and saying
Yes.
you're wrong.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Popo is
okay.
one of my community
Popo's
members
good
and
people.
Popo's a good noodle.
No,
Popo
I
is
heard, and that's
But honestly,
so
it's
I
good to
wanted to
have.
amplify it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's
So
good to have those discussions. And again, this is healthy. Like you had a moment where you're like, wait a second, I need to go to address that. And then we're
Mhm.
all just like taking it in. That is
Mhm.
a healthy discussion. So like
Mhm.
that
yeah.
is a prime
Yes.
example. So this is an example of what you're reinforcing. So like that's perfect. So I think that's beautiful that you like went back to that.
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well, again, nobody that we all don't listen to each other sometimes, or sometimes a misunderstanding. We'll sit there, we'll stew about it, and then we'll leave here, and then you'll go to their channel like
Yeah.
you're the one that criticized me, and you don't know that they were doshing. You know what I mean? So it's good to have it out in the open and to internalize it.
Hmm.
Especially when
Yeah.
it comes from like written chat, you know, because
Yeah.
there's totally a difference in inflection and tone that we can
Right,
get because
right.
we're having a conversation that we don't necessarily get when we're reading chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so we did get a chat question from Mage Amazed. When would you say is the best time to do content creation full time? Better yet, a specific point in your career to do it full time.
Hmm.
Don't look at me. I work a day job. I'm a night streamer for that for a reason. It's like
Um,
what was said earlier, the economy is crazy, so it's kind of hard to
yeah.
make that jump, and I will let someone who knows more about it talk about it.
I mean, for myself, it was, we're gonna pay off our house this year. Our kid's gonna graduate from high school in a few years. It was like, I think this is the time. Retirement I think is better. But the other thing that I would say is when because I don't, that's going to mean that every YouTuber's got to be like 65, because none of us can do this early generally, but which I'm not, by the way, just saying. Anyway, the point is that I think that when it becomes a full-time thing is when you can actually support yourself. I think a lot of times we want to do content creation and we think, oh, I'm going to be totally successful because I'm cute and I'm got great ideas or whatever. And I think it's important to be honest with yourself and go, am I going to be capable of supporting myself? Because if I'm not, let me keep doing what I'm doing now, keep the day job, keep whatever. I don't think that's a criticism for anybody, but it's the same with when you're retiring in general. If you're going to switch careers or if you're going to retire in general, don't retire at a time when you're like, I wonder if I'm going to be able to buy peanut butter next week, because that's the wrong time.
Yeah.
So
I have
that's my answer.
I have mixed feelings about this question only because
Mm.
I am a weird hybrid that I don't recommend because it's very tiring. But that being said, I lost my job as a flight attendant earlier this year because of my fibromyalgia.
Oh,
I couldn't keep up.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I was creating during that, but it definitely wasn't full time. I mean, I was flying so much, it just wasn't possible for me to be a full time creator at that time. But when I lost that job, it gave me the passion and the fire to take content creation seriously.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
that being said, I do have a job that I use to pay my bills, but my payouts also could, if that makes sense. But to be comfortable, I still do both, which I don't recommend. It's very tiring. I am a perpetually tired pigeon, okay? But that being said, I do believe that you can be full-time, and when I say full-time, I mean a full-time schedule, uploading every week, going live,
Mhm.
like 4 to 5 days out of the week. I think you can do both if you balance it properly. And I think that's the best
Right.
way to grow, in my opinion. If you don't have a
Yes.
support system that can, like, you know what I mean? Um, but I do think it's possible. And I am personally one of those hybrids, despite my mods' objections.
Well, yeah, I actually stream 5 days a week. I work my job. My body is conditioned because I'm already a night owl. But then when I made that jump and I saw like where my audience was, I'm like, okay, everyone's awake at these hours. I got like 4 different time zones that pass through. So, and I have a 4 day a week day job. So,
Mhm.
um, it's not a hard job, but it's just like I work in the medical field. So it's like I do clerical. So it's like answer phone, do paperwork, talk to people, check people in. That's kind of what I do. So it's not that bad. It's just like I would ideally not have to have that stress on top of streaming my 5 days a week that I do.
Mhm.
But I do it because I love it so much. And when I don't do it, I'm sad. So one day it's not always
Yeah.
I know in my heart that one day I'm not going to have to work that support job. I'm going to be doing my art, my passion. This
Hmm.
what we're doing here. But it's definitely perpetually tired pigeon. as coming from a bird, I totally get it. But I think it also matters with if you have the drive, the motivation, you find a way to make it
Yeah.
work. And I feel like I'm on that path for my journey, and I know my heart. And you can ask anybody in my community. Like, I am not meant to do the day job. I am meant to do this creative process.
Mhm.
And it could just also be my double Leo sun and moon and my Virgo rising. But I was born a star. I know I'm not supposed to be at a desk. You know what I mean? The
Mhm.
only desk is a gaming desk. So you saying that, making that leap and being like double, like I totally feel that. But you do it because you love it. And
Yes.
you'll make it work no matter what. And even if you take
Yeah.
a nap
Yeah.
before stream, or
Mhm.
so I both of those answers I felt so hard. And like it's so nice to have like the community, and that I'm not alone in my thoughts. So you two have like brought so much light today about like I'm not alone in these
Thank
thoughts.
you.
I'm so
Mhm.
glad, you know.
Yeah.
That's
And I just want to say too, you are meant to be a star, but I would love to walk into the medical office and see you at the desk. Believe me, that will make medical care so much
I
better.
I work for an ophthalmologist, and let me tell you,
Close enough.
the amount of people that don't appreciate me is
oh.
it's very very far enough. So if I saw you, I'd be happy because I know that you would be a cool
Yeah.
person. But let me tell you,
Fools
and
all of
and
them.
it's such a catch 22, because they're there because they're not feeling well or they need
Mhm.
something, so you don't want to be hard on them. But also, it doesn't take a lot of effort to be nice to people. So it's
Yes.
like, you know what I mean? So like I don't bring that
Right.
energy to like outside. Once I leave the building, I'm fine. But it's just
Yes.
it's great being like this, looking like the way I am, and like you kind of said, like people look at you like you have purple hair, like what?
Mhm.
But then they see me and they're like, oh, you have tattoos and you're alternative and it's
Yeah.
like, actually, I've been working in the medical field for my entire life because I come from a medical family as well. So like, do you want to talk about my credentials?
Mhm.
Like,
Yes.
so I get that. But
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, you do.
you guys are inspiration to like continue doing the thing, and not giving up hope, which I think a lot of us
I'll
content
say the
creators
same.
do.
Yeah.
That's the
I'll
best
say
way
the
for us
same.
to uplift each other, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is already such a hard career path. And
Yes.
it's also a very lonely career path, you know.
Yes.
And I think the best thing is just making sure that we each remember that we all either went through the same thing or are actively going through the same thing.
So just to wrap up the question, a specific point in our career to do full time, as cliche as it sounds, it's very personal. So like for me, I have been doing this for 15 years. 10 years ago, I left the workforce, but I left because I have a very supportive partner, and we were having kids and somebody needed to be home. And instead of me just giving up career completely, and I needed something, right? And so I was blessed with the time to like build, so I think all of us have given a very different experience and how we've got where we've gotten, and it really it's super cliche, but like it's a personal
Yeah.
thing, like and when you go full time.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so unless somebody else wants to drop a question, we don't have any more chat questions, so we've got some rapid fire. um what describe your niche in 3 words. Only 3.
Weird professor lady.
There you go.
A scary basement seagull.
Cozy, vibrant gremlin.
Ooh, okay. I didn't even think about my own. Um, a wholesome, unhinged pirate.
That's perfect.
Yar. Yar,
Yarr.
I love it.
I love that.
And then, what's one niche that you would never want to try? Not in like a hateful way, but like that doesn't interest me.
Mm.
Mukbang.
Oh,
Ooh,
oh yeah.
Did you say nothing?
I said
Wow.
mukbang.
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 I
Mukbang.
would say oh
I
oh
would never
oh.
try it. I eat on stream sometimes, but like I can't do it.
I would say cosplay. because it's so difficult. I think that's too hard.
Mm-hmm.
It is definitely a whole craft. A whole craft.
I will say
Yes.
off your content creating, like in real life, it's fun to dress up. But
Oh,
during your
don't misunderstand me. Yeah.
yeah. But like in the mix, it can be. But once you find your people, I promise you, it's the best.
No, I don't know.
If you're ever interested, I can help.
I think a niche I would never want to try public pranking.
Ooh.
Oh, that
Oh
one's
gosh, yeah,
awful.
agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? How about another? Here's another one. Reaction videos too, where somebody's showing somebody else's video, and you just go, "Oh, that's a bad idea. I wouldn't have
Oh
Oh,
done
yeah.
that."
When
yeah.
it's not
No.
transformative at all, especially.
Right, right.
Yeah.
It works for MST3K. I don't think it works for many other people.
No.
That's so funny because I was thinking I wouldn't want to do hot tub streams, and then I remembered that we technically did a hot
Oh,
tub stream, so but it
Oh my
was
gosh.
with my model, so it wasn't. But like maybe an IRL hot tub stream that wouldn't be for me.
probably the same.
I keep joking about doing a hot tub stream, but I'm like, with what room? What portable tub can I get?
Tiny little portable tub, you can do it.
It would just be a joke stream because like I feel
Mhm.
like it's okay to do those every now and then, but like ugh, it's stressful. Also the equipment would get wet. I don't know. I would be anxious the entire time.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You can do an ice bath. Forget the hot tub. Do an ice bath stream.
I've talked about doing it like a ball pit
Really?
stream. Like instead of a hot
Oh,
tub, it's a
fun.
ball pit stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, those
Yes.
are the public reaction ones though. Like I think it depends on your niche, because some people are into the public humiliation stuff, but that's a
Mhm.
different topic. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
uh,
An
yeah.
ice bath scream.
Okay, and then a last rapid fire. Who's someone that nails their niche perfectly that you would recommend?
Mm. Markiplier.
Sincerely, Aurora?
Oh,
Oh,
stop!
oh my God, there's too many people.
There's so many.
There's so many.
Iron Mouse is a good one.
Iron Mouse is good.
Hmm.
I love this girl. It's all the feral fawns. She started as a TikTok and Instagram person, and now she does vlogs, and it's just chef's kiss. It's so peaceful, cozy
Wow.
cottage. I love her.
Yeah. I would say Hannah Fry, who
Oh,
does who does the intelligent, like scientist, but still, charismatic at the same time. Hannah Fry,
mm.
Fry R squared, I think is her thing.
I think I've seen that
One.
person.
Pretty
Yeah,
sure.
she's, an Oxford professor, I believe, an Oxford professor of mathematics. And she does great, she's got really funny stuff. I'm going to stop gushing. Take a
See,
drink instead.
for me, it's hard because like I can't pick just one person because like I have my entire stream team, the little cabinet cozies, and everybody on there like I just love. Like we have like Gabrielle Slays, who was one of our two leaders, and she is just like this gremlin, hilarious. Like she will let anything fly in chat that doesn't like vibe correctly, and she will sit there and grab her microphone and be like, "I see you in chat there. You're
I
being mean
love
to my
that.
friends." And then like just like trash them and stuff, and like we all have that kind of energy, and I don't mean to not pick one person. It's just
Mhm.
my friends are my inspiration, and they motivate me
Yeah.
to
Hmm.
want to be a better streamer. And I'm only singling out the stream team I'm part of is because that's why they started the
Right.
team. So yeah, so
Yeah.
like like they just have this like great cozy uh you know uh loud and yet nurturing vibe about all of their streams. So, but I'm gonna say Gabrielle Slays. I aspire to be my Gab. I love
Okay.
Gab.
Royer, did you have anyone or anyone else?
I said Markiplier. I think
Right.
Markiplier is one of my. I mean, I grew up watching Markiplier, so I have like a special place in my heart. But also because I love horror, and as a content creator who focuses on eerie, unsettling horror, like Markiplier was always such an inspiration to me. And I think Markiplier was probably the top three that paved the way for Let's Plays. Um, but also someone had said the other one I was gonna say in chat already, which is Jahara Jade. who is the most beautiful BIPOC cosplayer I have ever seen in my life.
Okay, then we are going to start wrapping up. If each of you will plug yourself, anything you have coming up that you want to plug, any projects you're working on, when's your next live stream? And I'll start with Indy.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, my cat was just biting me, and I need to move
Oh,
him because he's being very bad. Hi, PJ. You'll see PJ on the stream. Hi. So, aside from this raid train this weekend, I'll be on this Sunday with the Dead by Daylight cosplay party where we'll yap about DPD, and we'll also have a giveaway. So that's coming up as far as this raid train goes. I got Eyes of Hellfire and a bunch of other horror stuff for the next like 2 weeks solid. We have 2 charity streams, one for Days for Games and one for Stream for a Cause. And we're also going to be promoting a lot of indie horror games. So please, if you can stop by, even if you can't donate, the support is like it means the world to us. And then other than that, I'm working on 2 cosplays right now. So if you're into TikTok, you're into watching people, come check out my pages, and we'll do some fun stuff. And if you have any recommendations for a cosplay, I do like to take them too. So
cool.
yeah,
Thank you. And Amethysta?
thanks.
So let's see. You can, if you want to follow me anywhere, you can go to. Let me see if this will work. To purplepawclan.com. You can find me on various social media networks, and then I generally stream Tuesdays and Sundays. Sunday at 2 p.m. Mountain Time, and Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. And I'm always trying to think of good topics to talk about that are scientific, that help people like understand the world around them a little bit better. I think that's about it. Boy, Indie Birds, you had all kinds of like actual, events. And I'm like, I'm just gonna do a thing.
Oh
Thanks.
no. No, but your thing is just as important. I'm just a psycho and I kind of overscheduled myself for the next 14 days, but it's
So
okay.
there's that. Yeah.
There's that. Yeah.
Okay, Aurora.
Well, I go live every day at 4 p.m. Eastern, except for Sundays. Uh, and if you want to find all my platforms, the easiest way is ggaurora.card.co, and that's card with 2 I's.
Cool. And then I am just a cozy game player. All of my stuff is wrapped up for the year. I will be at DreamHack in 2 weeks, and I think a couple other people in the train will be too. But I stream on Monday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Cozy games. I will not be live the week of Halloween because of DreamHack. Yeah, that's it. I'm so thankful. Honestly, chat and the mods, you guys have been amazing. Like, what a wonderful experience. I was really worried that maybe we'd get some haters being an all-female cast over here, but you guys were on top of it and you were so kind to us, and I appreciate all of you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank
Thank
you for
you.
giving me so much of your time today. Yeah.
This
When's
was
the next one?
This was amazing. Thanks so much.
Oh my gosh.
I had a lot of fun.
I was honored to be in the same place with all 3 of you. So
Yes.
I feel the same. Yes.
Well, I am going to head on over to my chatting screen, and you guys are welcome to hang out in the
right.
voice chat if you want, or you can go if you need to go. I appreciate you.
Really quickly, can we just
All
give
right.
out like an additional shout out to Serena and Lady because
Yeah.
this is amazing and I keep saying it over and over, but like thank you for organizing this and I've met so many
Yes.
cool people because of this raid train. So I'm very thankful. Again, gratitude. But shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for doing all this and planning it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't think I have a mod anymore, so let me do the shout out for you.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I was just like, can we just like additionally shout out them because this is really cool.
They both
Yes.
had to go, so I'm like, oh, okay, let me get that really quick.
And I see a bunch of my munchers in here, so make sure you guys go help with the raid train.
Yeah.
So then we're gonna just head over to, I haven't gotten an actual notification that our next stop is ready yet, so we're gonna go to the little chat screen and just hang out for a few minutes. Bye,
Sounds
friends.
good. Bye.
Bye.
And Stefan. Hey. Hi, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out today. That was so much fun. I'm not gonna lie, I was so heckin' nervous. Especially with my internet behaving poorly earlier. Snooze that ad, please. Nope, snooze that ad. She's live. Yes, I know she's live. I just haven't gotten the like raid ready. So as soon as we get the raid ready thing, we'll go over. But yeah, wow, that was so much fun, you guys. Especially like, wait, pre-roll ads are on. Yeah, because I need to run an ad break. Right. Okay, that's fine. Go away. But that was so much fun. Because of my internet, I literally was in tears for like the first 15, 20 minutes before it started. So I was like, this is not how we're doing this today. And then it was funny because Lady's internet also kind of had a little shit show. So I'm like, oh, I'm like, is it bad luck? But it looks like Strat is not having issues, so that's good. I'm gonna get into the check-in and maybe pull up Strat on another screen. Unless somebody wants to tell me when she says she's ready. Because I haven't seen like a raid ready thing from the Ready bot yet. I don't know if they have that set up. You saw a message earlier that said it was ready. I don't see one that says ready. I saw a message that said they're live and getting ready. So I don't know if they're ready. She's live and ready to go. Sweet. Thank you, lady. I appreciate it. So here is going to be your raid call. If you want to grab that. And then if you are on Twitch or on YouTube and you're watching, or if you are on Kick and YouTube and you're watching us over there, please join us on Twitch. I've dropped a link on for you to come on over to the Twitch side and join us and go on this raid. This whole weekend is nothing but like TwitchCon FOMO beatdown. We're making sure that we don't feel FOMO. So grab the raid message. And why does it look like that? Oh good, it looks right for you guys. It looks weird for me. I'll just grab yours instead of what's in my chat. Anyways, I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much. Let me also shout out Chef. I don't believe they're here. I think they've gone to lunch, but Chef was an additional mod for me today, and they are also part of the raid train later this week. I will be back with Perks Repo when we play Repo on Perks, and then I will also be back to play Jeopardy with Serena, and I've got a couple of backup slots, but we're gonna hope and pray I don't have to use those is what we're gonna do. Anyways, I heckin' appreciate all of you guys. I hope you guys had fun. I hope this was enlightening, and if you ever have any questions, I'm sure my DMs are open, and so are probably all the ladies that were on the panel today. And yeah, have a good rest of your day. I haven't even started the raid. Let me start the raid before I say like goodbye. Oh, Strat. I'm not spelling it right because it's not popping up. Let me scroll. I am spelling it right. Why isn't it popping up? There it is. Okay, so we're gonna go head over to Strat and we're gonna play some Repo over there, and I believe they have bingo later as well. So I'm gonna start that raid for you guys. Again, if you're on YouTube and Kick, please join us on Twitch and come hang out on the raid train for the weekend. I think that's everything. I think that's all I gotta say. Make sure you grab the raid message and let's go. Incoming!